Okay, we are about to start the Forbidden Forest boss fight, which is a pretty difficult fight. You can see my stats here. If you pause it, not very high. I have one of the Carol runes for plus 5% HP, I believe. That's the only helpful rune I have on. The beginning here, I screw up pretty bad because I was trying something different. And I was trying to throw poison knives at one of them, and it just wasn't working out. But I was hoping to poison him and then just have his health whittle away while I kite these guys around, just to at least kill one of them without having to get into close melee with them. But didn't work. So I wasted a few potions here trying to do this, and I tried to throw some Molotovs at them. Do not try to do this. Do not try to throw anything at these guys. Just as soon as you get in the arena, you start dodging right away. Like, you know, it's mainly just dodge these fireballs coming at you, because this dude is relentless with these fireballs. But anyway, you'll see here in just a minute, I'm going to switch my tactic here, and you want to focus, keep your target locked on the caster. It will be the easiest way to kite these guys around, which, okay, here we go. So basically, you target the caster, you just keep circling around him and dodging as you see fit. You know, this fight, like I said, do not throw things at these guys. It's not going to work. It's just going to cause you to get hit. I was just experimenting. It didn't work. Anyway, so basically you just keep circling around. Get a hit in when you can. Of course I missed there, but this is the tactic that worked best for me. This was my third attempt at this fight. I got pretty lucky, I think, in a few spots, which you'll see. But basically, you see what I'm doing here. You just keep your target on him, keep dodging, just don't stop moving. It's a pretty hectic fight, and if you're not used to the Dark Souls way of fighting, it's going to be very, very difficult. Overall, this game's been difficult for me to get accustomed to. I was really heavy into shields and my Havel's armor in Dark Souls, you know, and this game has basically forced you to be an offensive fighter, which I like it. Really gotta master the counterattack. It's gonna help you so much in so many areas of the game. But for this fight, if you just keep strafing, use a two-handed weapon for the first guy. Like, I wouldn't recommend trying any counterattacks on the caster. There's just too much going on. So once you get him out the way, these guys get 2 extra powers here. This guy gets a damn scorpion harpoon, and the other guy gets a flame sword. But if you use this pillar right here and just circle around this pillar, it kind of creates some separation. Switch to a one-hand weapon, and then you can begin your counterattacks on either one of the guys. I focused on the guy without the flame weapon first, which I thought was a little easier because he doesn't have that flame. I don't know, it just seemed easier to do him first. Again, just keep dodging, don't stop, just keep moving. And use that pillar. I got away from the pillar here, and it makes things a little more difficult without that pillar in the middle to create some separation. So I'm getting kind of whooped here. But you'll see in a second I look around for that pillar again so I can run back to it. again, counterattack. That's the best tactic for this phase of the fight. Once you get the caster down, switch back to your one hand and bait the attacks and do that super counterattack move they got. Kind of like a backstab or ripazay or whatever the fuck they call it. Don't know how to pronounce it. Anyway, just keep focusing on the guy with the sword. As you can see, I'm not the best at counterattacks. I never was good at it in Dark Souls. I'm starting to get good at it in Bloodborne. It's becoming more natural to me. There it is again, bait the attack, super move, bam. And in the middle of the animation on the counterattack, you cannot be hit. Like, their moves will just go right through you. If there's two guys and you're in the middle of the animation for the counterattack, it won't do any damage to you if the other guy tries to hit you. Now this guy with the flame sword I had a much harder time with. But basically the same tactic, just try to shoot him with your gun and get that counterattack in. Oh yeah, these fucking things. Yeah, he will quite often spawn these big snake things once he's by himself. Basically when they come out of the ground, just dodge, just keep dodging until they do their attacks and they go back in. They do one attack and then they go back in the ground. But just dodge through it and you should be able to stay clear of any damage there. I think it's a distance thing. If you keep distance from him, he'll spawn them more often. But anyway, very tough fight. I probably got lucky that I was able to beat him on my third try, or even at all. Some fights seem impossible at first, but the more you do them, the more you get kind of accustomed to them. Definitely very nerve-wracking fight, though. I mean, it's just non-stop action. Your heart